Morning, guys. I know I'm a little early. Good to have you guys here. But I just had some stuff come up, so starting the stuff a little earlier today. Luke, heck yeah, let me so happy to see the channel go. Hey, I appreciate that, Luke. Welcome to the stream, man. I do have my dog Cash in here with me. He's finally eating. But we're just gonna continue the Teclis campaign one more time today. I just had to take yesterday off, and I definitely could not have streamed yesterday. The dogs were very... Hey, Cynical Wall, welcome, guys. The dogs yesterday were very excited to see each other. But let's just start off today with this siege. It's going to take a little bit to get through just because they do have quite a bit of entities. But we will get through it. So let's just hop on in and do it. I'm also finishing up my brunch. I made myself a pizza, so I do apologize about that. Alright. But yeah, I hope everyone's weekend is going well. Once the battle loads here, I'm going to just refresh my browser. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here already. I still don't know how it's going to go today, because we still have our friends' dogs here. That's some fast typing. Yeah, I can type a thing or two, you know. But yeah, the dogs are still there. They're much better than what they were yesterday. They're calmed down at least a little bit. But from time to time, they do get a little rambunctious. So if something were to happen out there, I will have to take a very short break and go help my wife settle or figure that out. Well, here is a massive blind spot. I think. But yeah, very shortly, Cash will be going back out there anyway. He's just eating at the moment. Yeah, just we don't really need them.
As you say.
He just tried to burp. But all right.
Ready.
Good. Pop you down, and you can stay here. Alright. There he goes. Just 1 minute. I'm going to let Cash back out, and then we'll be good to go, guys. Just 1 second. Good boy. He inhaled that. Alright. I'm going to just refresh my YouTube browser. Alright, we're back to it. Let's just start this battle.
Moving out.
Good. We got plenty of magic.
Yes.
Plenty of magic. Yeah, I think that's what wrecked us in the last stream was an explosive squid. So touche on that one. AI. It was an oversight on my end.
I go. Charoy Lecky. By Hoeth.
2 casts and we're already at like 6,000 damage. That's insane.
Seeking the foe. Arhain Kadei. shall know fear.
Alright, done eating. But yeah, I hope everyone's weekend is off, or is going well. Not off to a good start. It is Sunday now. But yeah, I hope everyone is having a good one. Alright, get this squid to blow up. Come on. Nice. Very nice. Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, slow it down a little bit.
Onward.
I guess we might be able to get Rakarth to come to our army. We might be able to. In case we do, let's set up a formation.
We will obey.
Just in case.
Forward. Swiftly. Onward.
But yeah, welcome everyone to who's popping in here. Appreciate you guys. This is like going into the last week of the sub goals, so if you guys want to see a crazy Beastman campaign next weekend, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I don't know what I'll do this week for a campaign. It might be a Warriors of Chaos campaign during the week, and then on the weekend I'll start a Beastman campaign. I just don't know what I'm kind of leaning towards at this stage, because even with the smaller streams, like during the week, we can easily get through a Warriors of Chaos campaign in the short streams, like during the weekdays, for sure. So it's kind of what I'm thinking on that, because I haven't played Valkia on stream. I haven't done Azazel. I haven't done Village. I don't think I've done Festus either. So yeah, I got some options to do, but anyway, I haven't decided what I want to do for the actual week. Oh, he can't move, and he just has to take it. Yeah, I appreciate everyone being here. Thanks, guys. Okay. He's got tons of 30% physical. He's got 70% physical resistance, essentially. That way he can't use abilities as quickly. Come on. Good, he's about gone. Alright, good. Good stuff. Alright. Their monsters are going to be their big issue. Come on. Fly. Here we go.
Fear me.
Alright. What can I do?
Loyal.
Oakwood Mage.
You're on the chariot. Okay. That's, I should have put her on the eagle. I think she has an eagle anyway. She's done tons of damage. Tons of freaking damage. But alright, let's bring some units over here.
For duty. Asturian guides us. Setting for.
Alright.
For His Majesty.
Yeah, just hide a little bit from that tower. We should still have infinite wins. Oh man, he's getting hit by everything.
Moving out. Ahain Kadei. Forward.
Nope.
For the greater good.
He struggles against harpies. He really does.
Ever on. Scython. Hear me.
Alright. Yeah, they got quite a few units over here. That's fine. Let's just bring them over here. Yep, you can come over here as well. Because there's a massive blind spot right here too. But yeah, welcome everyone who's joining the stream. It's good to have you guys here. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, just let the magic keep restoring here a little bit. No, what? All right.
Ever vigilant. Sharon. Orders received.
Right, shoot. Neither of them. They're very heavily shielded and have a lot of armor.
Teclis. Battle awaits. Crush them.
Yeah, we gained some good amount of wins of magic back.
Fear my words. Understood. It will be done. Forward.
He's done almost 45,000 damage already. Good.
Swordmaster of Hoeth. Awaiting orders.
Oh, cool. No, attack them. Alright, yeah, shoot them now. They're gonna get that increased range bonus because they're on like a wall slash barricade. It's fine. Good. Unit is deleted.
We will obey.
Scoot up a little more. We only lost 3 units there, which is fine.
Their end is nigh. To war.
They're leaving those units over there. He's anti-large, so we need to be careful about him. Dread Spears, get away from the Dread Spears.
Advance. Scython. Hear me.
Very nice.
Onward. Auf one.
So we might even get one more in with this applied. Just need to be fast. Nice. Very nice.
For the greater good.
Shoot them.
Seeking the foe. Charoy Lecky.
So each time he casts two, he's healing because of life bloom, just a little bit. But alright, we need to shoot those dark shards.
Teclis.
Nice.
Forward.
Go ahead and take them out.
Advance. I am ready.
Surprised they're not actually shooting him when he's just flying in the air like that. That's kind of weird. But yeah, they just could not like give a shit that my army is over here now. It's either that or they're just taking ages to get here. Alright, scoot you back a little bit. Shoot them.
Teclis. Thanan. The enemy has ever on. Loyal.
What happens if we do shoot a volley into them? How worth it is it? It's not bad. Good. We'll get our winds of magic back plus them. Good. Yeah, we need to focus on their missile units, and then it'll be. Then we'll be able to do whatever we want. If anything, we are softening them up quite a bit due to Teclis. I mean, almost 60,000 damage. He's definitely doing his own fair share of the workload. Nice.
Orders received.
Nope.
Guides us.
Go.
Now. Chosen of power. For the king.
It'll be a little better too once this fire mage gets her arcane conduit. Yeah, we definitely need to take out the executioners as well. Let's just fast forward here a little bit. He's not the best at running things down. But yeah, appreciate everyone being here. How are you guys doing today? Happy Sunday. Hopefully. Alright. He's slowly getting rid of them. We'll be happier when the Bills cover. Hey, fair enough. Well, got the notification that my Vikings are already losing, but you know, that's just a typical weekend for me. My wife's listening to the Chiefs game, so I'm depending on her reactions every now and then I can tell if they're doing good or bad. Have I enjoyed this faction, or you have enjoyed this faction more? The Raddies in Warhammer 2 were a lot more. You could do a lot more like. Oh shit! Shit. You could do a lot more like scheming and like bullshittery in Warhammer 2 than you can in Warhammer 3. They got rid of quite a bit of the amount of shit that you could pull off in Warhammer 2. I'm still thinking about making a video. I've seen a few videos already people have made about the High Elves. So I don't know. Like, there's just overall I'm not like in awe of the High Elves so far. But, you know, it's alright. I did try the Tomb Kings out this morning. I played like 15, 20 turns as Cetra. And sorry, dudes. I don't like the Tomb Kings. The only reason I was enjoying it this morning was because of the infinite ammo bug that's 120% going to be fixed in a future patch. Other than that, I did not enjoy the campaign this morning like at all. So I highly doubt you will be seeing any Tomb King campaigns from me. I just nope, not for me. Not for me. I did enjoy it much better than I did. Like, I enjoyed the Warhammer 3 Tomb Kings much better than the Warhammer 2 Tomb Kings. I'll give them that. But still. Like, I'm a very slow, cautious player, typically speaking, and that's too slow for me. It is just not fun for me. God, you are terrible at running things down. Alright, whatever. Get back over here. Yeah, and we've been fluctuating between our sub goal as well this week. We're not too far off from where we were. We've lost one so far throughout the week, or the weekend, I should say. But it's gone up and down. It's fluctuated, you know. I still think we can get there. We got a week. Good. Let's get some Winds of Magic back. We're at 63. And what does it go up to? 65. So we gained 2. You know, it's something. It's better than nothing. It's better than what it, could be, which is nothing. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why the music always cuts out, though. I don't know what's going on. Alright. Alright, missile units. Yep, it's fine. Most of the balance of power, if not all of it, is basically within Teclis anyway. And if I really need to later on, I can be very, stingy with my Winds of Magic in terms of generating an infinite amount. Because he's easily going to hit over 100,000 damage. And all things considered, the basic archers are still doing really well. So don't have the time to just sit and wait and swap them out either. But yeah, now it just like completely went away. I have no idea. I don't know. Alright.
None can comprehend my power.
Halt! Nice. Knocked her off.
Their end is nigh. Onward.
I don't know who I want to play as really next before the Beastman.
I'm waiting. Going.
Still kind of up in the air. Yeah, they're just not bringing any of their forces over here. Good. Get them off the field. Yeah, I'm sorry about the music. I know that it's really just annoying when you can't hear anything. Nice, very nice. Oh man. Let's check out what's going on over here. Let's bring up these 4, and we can snipe that Dreadlord.
Ancestors, hear me.
Good. The bears. The bears are back.
Fear my words.
I want to pop down and chain lightning, but there's not really a it's not really a good place to do it. I guess right here wouldn't be the worst thing.
Making my way.
Depending on where it goes. Yeah, wasn't too bad.
By Hoet. Advance. Fear me. I go. Scython, hear me.
Very nice. Yeah, we'll easily hit 100,000. Alright, you. I'll bring them up a little bit just so they're a little more accurate against him. Or her, I think it's actually a her.
I know the way.
Alright.
It will be done.
Alright, let's snipe her. Yeah, it is a she.
Lawmaster of Earth. For His Majesty.
Nice.
I go. For the greater
Trying to. Possibly the harpies cannot be the balance of power. The bears definitely are. Same with probably the shades and the dark shards.
Fear me. Fear my words.
Don't know why I did that. Good. Get rid of her. Feral cold ones are pretty shit.
Guardian.
Very nice. Good. That was a big balance of power for them. Their murderous prowess ability. Very cool. I think that's the army losses. Good. Wasn't too bad of a siege. And see, he got over 100,000. Let's just heal him here quick. Just get him to full. Holy shit, was that only 4 wins of magic? 5 wins of magic. Alright, cool. Close victory. Whatever. But yeah, I don't know what... because I'm trying to think of something that's going to be short and kind of sweet that we can do throughout the week. That'll still, you know, be interesting for you guys. Which I haven't played Valkia at all or Azazel at all. I've played Festus, but quite a few people have played Festus already, and I think a lot of people's attention spans for Warhammer 3 campaigns are drastically smaller than Warhammer 2's, which Warhammer 3 you start snowballing and just blowing people, you know, just steamrolling very, very easily in Warhammer 3. So I get that, you know, but still, on the same flip side of that, I will say I do like the greenskins. I played like 30 turns as Skarsnik yesterday throughout the day, and I like the greenskins. You know, the fact that you can actually use even on like very hard difficulty and hard difficulty like I play on, you can still make melee useful, which is obviously handy because their faction, you know, they mostly deal with melee type units, mostly. So, alright. That was a good experience as well. Let's... just occupy it. Just occupy it. So yeah, I forgot I didn't have it activated, so I have the legendary lore mod reactivated. So anytime I take a settlement or recruit a unit for the first time, or I shouldn't say recruit any settlement, depending on the settlement, a little like blurb will pop up, just kind of explaining the history, you know, the lore of whatever's going on. So those will start popping up now. I'll just quickly go through them and let you guys like pause where you want. Or go back and go through it yourself, but they are quite lengthy and wordy, so I'm not going to take, you know, a bunch of time on the stream to go through all of that. I don't need that. That wouldn't be bad, and let's do... Sure. Very nice. They're a little stronger. Got some resistances now. It's not bad. Alright, what can I build? Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and upgrade that. Let's check armies. I kind of forget what my armies are doing. Alright. Yeah, because Krogar declared war on me, right? Krogar did. Thought he did. Maybe I'm thinking of a different campaign that I was playing. I don't know. we'll go up. We'll get up here anyway, and I'm just. I think I remember deciding that we're just done with this area down here because it is just not worth it anymore. Yep. Nope. No, don't need any of that. 10 turns. What the okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's move on. I don't know. I was thinking maybe, even though it would be another elf faction, I was thinking wood elves because they're pretty fun, but they do play differently, obviously, than high elves. Also thought about trying dark elves and just doing a blind kind of let's play with them, or not a let's play, but like a campaign with them because I didn't really enjoy them in Warhammer 2, but wouldn't mind trying them out again in Warhammer 3. I'm just not sure. So I don't know. It'll probably be on the Patreon site is where I'll release it first. But it'll probably, after today's stream, it'll probably be like a spur of the moment decision in terms of what I end up streaming tomorrow morning. Which I do have to go into work tomorrow. I have to go into work early tomorrow morning. Lucky me. So it won't be as long of a stream it usually is on Monday. It'll kind of be like a Tuesday morning stream. Because I have to be clocked in at work by 8. And I usually get there about 10 minutes early. So I can get like just everything set up that I'll need for the day. Which means I need to leave, or I need to finish the stream by like 7:30 in the morning my time, so I can finish getting ready, eat some breakfast, and then drive to work. So, but yeah. Plus, I found out I have some truck issues, so that's just lovely. Probably gonna cost me $1,000 or so to fix. So yeah, it was Friday was just a great day in terms of shit happening. Got bad news about my truck. Work was just annoyance. Easy day turned into a headache kind of thing. But anyway, that's over with. It's done with. Alright, yep. Upgrade you. We're not doing too bad. Where are you at? No. Well, shouldn't say no just yet. Just check on other places first that potentially need building. Yep, that's good.
High Elven Archmage.
Good. It's got walls there. Awesome, awesome.
Defender of the Phoenix.
That's right, and we got him.
Moving off. Preparing camp.
Alright. Yep. Go ahead and recruit him. We'll put the army into him next turn. Have him occupy that. That way our army itself doesn't get reduced to nothing by occupying it. I wouldn't mind building the actual military buildings now as the High Elves. Sure. Just refreshing my studio here for a sec, guys. Alright, here we go. Alright, that should be their last settlement as well. Yep. Okay.
There is no limit to my power. Mage. Scython. Moving on.
Good.
Definitely not.
You seek knowledge.
Alright, the dwarves only have the one settlement as well. They're gonna be a one and done war too. Nope. Yeah, no one wants to do anything with me.
At your service.
Which I did watch. I think it was Linkski's video on, because he did a video on the high elf changes and whatnot, and I was seeing like he seems to be kind of in the same boat as me in regards to his take on the high elf changes, and I don't know how he was generating so much influence, but he had like 400 or 500 influence just stockpiled, you know, getting the relations up to like 200 plus, just to maybe get a confederation with some of the other factions. And unless he was just spamming, I don't know how he did that, because there is not an effective way to generate tons of influence anymore. At least to my knowledge. I could be wrong. I don't know what the thing is going on there. I actually don't know what they'll do. Alright, cool. Hopefully they take that this turn. That's frustrating. But it's okay.
Master of high magic. Haste
All right.
is folly.
Don't do anything just yet. Yips. Let's check buildings first. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, more trade wouldn't be bad.
High Lawmaster. Feel my power.
Just hold off on that for now. Not gonna not do it.
By Hoet's wisdom.
Guardian, your orders are reasonable. Guardian of the Phoenix Crown. Prince, ready to march.
Here we go.
I'm ready. Occupy their land.
Good.
Protector of Elf-One. Primed for action.
Now we save our entire army from having to replenish.
Archmage.
Alright, so they're right there. You can tell like that camp, I mean that's them being right there. And the other one is right here.
Assyrian's decree.
Which we need to move up this way anyway to get to attack these guys. So we're fine. And yeah, just Ace. I don't know. Because this only provides one extra control. It will buy us a few turns. But we're still going to have to deal with that at some point. Alright. Dwarves, they'll run away. But yeah, welcome everyone to who's joining the stream. Good to have you guys here. Good. We'll sack it.
I refuse.
Oh, he's got nowhere to go then.
Orders. Hoeth grants you wisdom.
Good. Growth is great. Can repair you.
Lawmaster.
Yep, leadership is always good. Stand your ground is good. Alright. Alright, yeah, they're stuck. I shouldn't say that. They could stand out.
Following orders.
Because if they try and use the underway, we might be able to intercept them. Yeah, go ahead and build that too. Got the money for it. I got nothing else I'm really building.
Fathomable knowledge.
Only 2 recruit slots? That's rough. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna need some anti-large because we're gonna be going up against some lizardmen. Hey Matthew, welcome to the stream. When you Legend says, oh, appreciate that. When you got to Lustria? Oh, a while ago. Yeah, we after I got rid of Kairos down here, I went to Lustria like right away. Mainly because, like, he doesn't have... Yeah, that's what I was kind of expecting to happen. We can just boop him. Teclis doesn't really have a good area, like a good... or why go to Lustria? Because it's green territory. I'll click through them here. So, as Teclis, you start off near Sotek's Trail. And you start off with a non-aggression pack with... or no, you don't. Sorry. You start off with a bonus to relations to the lizardmen playing as Teclis. Plus, Kairos starts at the Fortress of Dawn. So, kind of early on, I just felt it more valuable to get rid of Kairos. Because if I went north, I was going to get stuck being in the north. Because I would have had to fight Krotgar, then I would have had to fight... Malagor and Scarbrand, and then Kairos at that point would have gotten super powerful and just been swapping settlements, so then I would have done a lot of backtracking. And so I was able to get rid of Kairos, but then the minor Sinch faction down here was causing me issues, and at that point the Tic-Tac-Toe and Krotgar started butting heads. Volkmar is at war with me, coming down trying to attack me because I didn't get any relations with him. And so he just declared war on me. Which he is pretty powerful now because he's got regeneration and tons of ward save. But I went to Lustria just because mainly it's the closest thing to green territory that Teclis has access to. Not to mention, influence is basically just useless in the game now. There's really no big reason to use it. If I think I disbanded the Noble. But yeah, instead of like in Warhammer 2, where you could, when you would use like the Nobles to generate, you know, like 6 influence for like 5 turns, you know, that's 30 influence. Now it only lasts for 1 turn, so it's greatly reduced in how much influence you can generate, as well as in terms of diplomacy it's just a nightmare to do any diplomatic relations. For example, I spent like 80 influence on Tyrion, right? And he just doesn't care. He didn't want to. I ended up to like 75 at one point. He never wanted a non-aggression pact due to distance, which distance is still an issue, but he considers me a strategic threat via diplomacy, but you know, there's no positive like distance because I am far away from him. So it's just utterly useless to even bother with influence now. I think it's because the game is based So I don't know. It's just like I don't mind Teclis' campaign really, mainly because he doesn't have to worry about being diplomatic with the other Heil factions over there. You know, he's just kind of doing his own thing. Same would go for Immortal,
The king.
and that's the last of them as well.
Release the captives.
Very nice.
Ready.
All right, let's force march over here. Oh shit, English is, yeah. Sorry, I appreciate you being here. I think it's Jasa Wonder Smock, but I cannot I cannot understand that. I do apologize. It's not that I'm ignoring you, but I don't know what you're trying to say. All right.
Did advisor.
Let's get. We're gonna need more artillery as well. Very nice. I could get a frugal. Sure.
Standing by.
He can provide replenishment. They're really, I would say, you know, they're not completely useless. They would be good for replenishment. But other than that, the actual hero action, you know, what you used to use them for is just not useful anymore. I mean that the developer stat. Okay, yeah, that's better. That's better. But yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I think like if they wanted to, you know, reduce how much influence you could get, you know, that's totally fine, I guess. You know, I get it. You know, whatever. But you can't do both is what is my issue with it, you know, like you can't nerf how much influence you get and make it impossible to be able to make influence effective. You know, because then you just make the mechanic useless, and you know, using influence is a core mechanic to the high elves. So I don't know. But you know, it is what it is. But you know, it's at least playing as Teclis or Immortal, you can just ignore it. You know, you don't have to like play into it as much. But you know, it's fine. All right. That it's still, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Direct me. I will do my duty.
Magic in purest form.
Marching out. Journeying.
Trained by the what?
I reckon I can beat this.
Seek safety. Student of Teclis.
Oh yeah. There we go.
They will suffer
There we
the
go.
blight of suffering.
That's fine.
Perhaps their master values them.
Yeah, that's actually fine for her because she's never going to be in melee. And that just gets... The biggest thing is it gets rid of them. It doesn't let them retreat anywhere. Let's merge those two. Just buy 2 more. And, yep, regrowth is very nice.
Your word.
Good. Man, we've cleaned up a lot of a lot of enemies this turn. Yeah, Sigmar is not an issue. They're almost dead. So really, we only have Skarbrand and Volkmar to deal with.
High Elven Archmage.
Might be good to get
I wield the
2.
winds. High Mage.
Yep, it's fine.
True son of Ulthuan.
Just for some crowd control. Alright, let's move on. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who came over from Legends Raid today. Thank you guys.
Do not test.
Oh yeah, the Vikings tied it back up at least.
Deliver your message.
No. Lustria is all green. I want to end up taking all of Lustria. Yeah, I doubt after today I'll be continuing this one in my own time. High elves right now are just... Like, when you have to ignore or just not use a game, like a faction mechanic, it just really ruins a lot of it, you know? Like, for me anyway, the reason I play certain factions is not necessarily for their lords or their units, but for their faction mechanic, you know? It'd be like if you played, you know, Snickich or Snitch, whatever, as, you know, the Skaven race, and the his like special like Eshin dealing mechanic didn't work. You know, it's specific to him, but yet it doesn't work. It's like, okay, well, you know, if it would like that, you know, just play as a different Skaven race. 8 fucking turns, good God. Yeah, like, you know, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Good. Like, I don't know. You just take out a faction's, like, main mechanic, you know, or at least not make it fun or enjoyable, and, like, what do you expect people, you know, to do?
Master of high magic.
Alright, you two can go in there.
Have much to teach them.
I will share my experience.
Alright, get rid of one more. Good. Alright. Got some anti-large. Got some artillery. Got some magic. Bring it on, Volkmar. Alright, you. Yeah, come here and ambush stance.
Cloaked in shadow.
Defender of the Everqueen.
Actually, fuck him.
I bring Azurian's fire.
He's gonna die instantly, and really we're just gonna be able to make a huge push through Lustria now. But hope everything's alright. Usually with the Legend Raid, we usually get a couple hundred. Today we got like 5. I wonder what happened today. But I appreciate the support nonetheless, whether it's one person or 10,000 people. I appreciate everyone coming over here and checking out the stream. Oh, here they come. I knew they would eventually. We can afford another army. I'm not too worried about it. Plus, we can be friendly with Tic-Tac-Toe. Because I think they're still at war with each other. Not a raid. Ah, okay. Well, then that would explain it. That would explain it. I don't know if they're at war with the Lizardmen. I should look into that. In my Ikka campaign that I still have on a save file, the Hunt Marshal's Expedition and Itza are actually like non-aggression pact and working towards an alliance. Tiny Gaming was... Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. But he's boring, so some people came here. Fair enough. Fair enough. I was in Tiny Gaming stream the other day. I can't remember who he's playing. I watched him for a while yesterday. It was a good time to chat with some people. I'm usually not in. I never seem to catch a lot of people's streams anymore. The only reason I am in Legends in the morning is because it's right after I stream, and then I'm at work, and by the time I get off work, everybody else is already done streaming because it's, you know, just a bad time of day for them. Take the influence. Yep, it's fine. So I'm just refreshing my browsers here. YouTube the last few days keeps giving me, like, telling me I have a very poor connection, and then I look into it, and then I'm fine. So I don't know what's... I don't know if it's something on my end, because I'm not dropping any frames. You know, like, everything's green, everything's fine, and then it's, you know, YouTube's like, oh no, bad connection, you're doing a terrible, you know, something's wrong, you need to fix something. Yeah, he definitely ended up getting it. But anyway, let's move on. Alright, money, and where is this actually? Yep, that's good. Chamber of Visions, actually upgrade that first. It has a really good unique building. Okay, they actually hate each other. That's, you know, good to see, like they should. Unlike playing as Skaven and they love each other. Yep. Oh, I thought I grabbed Teclis. Alright, Teclis, come through here. Oh yes, about... Yes, about bad cheese. That's what legend... Worst losers are High Elves, Dark Elves, and Vampire Counts. Best winners are... Yeah, I'm trying, I think it's, you know, again, Jason Wondersmock, I appreciate you being here, but I think it's, Wood Elves, Norska, and Chaos are playable. High Elves, Dark Elves, and Vampire Counts are not, is what I think what you're trying to say. I haven't played as Norska yet. They are on my to-do list.
Behold my power.
But yes, if that is what you meant, yes, I would agree with that. And you know, it's not that you technically can't play as the High Elves. It's just it's very it's just boring. You know, like it was the same reason I didn't play certain factions in Warhammer 2 is because they had no faction mechanics. Being like actively working towards something makes that faction so much better. And the fact that it's just like, you know, you just don't care, you know, like you're, you know, right now, you know, that I'm just ignoring the main mechanic, you know, to the faction, you know. It's just, you know, again, I just don't know what the thought process was. But you know, I don't know these things. I don't get paid to know that information, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not, yeah, like it's not fun to have to ignore a faction mechanic, you know? Like,
the Warden of Tor Ivres.
like, I don't know.
Tyrion.
Some people won't care, but for me, like, nope. Nope. Oh yeah, like it just makes diplomacy useless as high elves, you know, because everyone else hates me. No one wants to trade. He likes me, but like they just need to completely redo diplomacy. Baseline evaluation, distance, like a trade. That's one thing that doesn't make sense. A distance penalty for a trade agreement. Who gives a fuck how far you're trading? Like that just no, that's stupid. So what are your favorite and least favorite factions? Least favorites, Tomb Kings, Bretonia, probably High Elves right now. Bretonia I've never enjoyed. I will not try them in Warhammer 3. I just don't like them as a faction. I tried Tomb Kings again today for like 5-6 hours. Just, it's not that they're not a powerful race. They're just not for me. I just don't enjoy their play style. And yeah, High Elves, you know, it's not that, again, that the High Elves are bad. Because individually they're great, but the whole thing with the High Elves is being able to confederate and, you know, unite all of the High Elves together, and now you can't do that. Not easily anyway, or in a reasonable manner. So, you know, it's the High Elves are a race that right now I imagine they're on like everybody's, you know, on the bottom of everybody's totem pole, but, you know, potentially in this update coming up, or in this patch, and later down the road, who knows? Maybe things will get reversed, things will get changed, make things a little easier to confederate, that kind of thing. Maybe they rework diplomacy. I have no idea. But those are probably my top 3. Other than that, all the other factions I've played so far, I've really enjoyed. But for, I guess, even going further, I haven't played Vampire Coast in Warhammer 3, but I'm not a big Vampire Coast player anyway. I just feel like their faction is missing a lot. But my favorite ones, that's the problem, is I got a lot of them that I really like. Yeah, take the
Elven Archmage.
Which are some that I really like?
Entering the garrison.
Alright, right off the get-go would be Warriors of Chaos. Really enjoy the Warriors of Chaos factions. And this is in no, like, particular order in terms of, like top 1 faction I enjoy versus others. But anyway. Ooh. Really enjoy the Warriors of Chaos. Enjoy the like the Chaos factions themselves are definitely up there. Skaven are still up there. Let's see. I do like Nurgle. I really enjoy Nurgle's campaign. I've started one of my own time. I like Vampire Counts. I am attempting. Ooh, Lizardmen would be another least favorite. Lizardmen are quite doo-doo still. Yeah, Warriors of Chaos, the Chaos factions themselves. I imagine I would enjoy Norska. Haven't played as them yet, but they're, again, on my to-do list. I enjoy Cathay. Cathay is a good one as well. But a lot of factions just seem like they either haven't been like brought up to speed, or them being brought up to speed has actually made them worse. So I don't know. Check through some buildings. Do money. We got the growth, so do money. Yep. That's good, that's good. Nurgle, he's kind of weak. Oh, man. I love it when people say that.
I refuse.
He's kind of like... Hey, Crushar, welcome to the stream, man. Says in Total War Games, and most you actually get a bonus for trading with people further away. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, who gives a fuck if you're trading with someone a world away? Like, who cares? You know, whatever. Nurgle is a faction that I think is very powerful, but it's kind of like the Tomb Kings, in my opinion, where they're not going to be a race that fits everybody's playstyle, because they are a very defensive, a very passive sort of campaign. Because like Nurgle is not going to go out and smack you in the face and beat you that way. He's going to, like you would expect like a disease to do. His faction operates really well if you're able to just grind down the enemy, and that's how like the units are built for. It's how the faction on the campaign map is built for. It's how the cauldron mechanic works. Like all of it is, it's not really entirely about buffing your own units or making, you know, like one-man dupe stacks. It's about using everything together. So you use plagues. There we go. Fuck plagues. So you use the plague mechanic with it. You use the armies. You know, you just got to use everything together, and it makes Nurgle a pretty strong faction, in my opinion. It's just, again, the playstyle doesn't cater to a lot of people. So I think that's where a lot of people think Nurgle is really bad, is because it takes a very particular playstyle to enjoy them. You know, you're not gonna, but like the fact now, I just in my campaign, I was playing it a little bit this morning after the Tomb King campaign I was doing. You know, being able to get Demon Princes at rank 15, or you know, like when you recruit a Chaos Lord and then at 15 he can become a Demon Prince. The Nurgle Demon Princes are really freaking strong. Really, really good units, or generals and lords. Good spellcasters, great in melee, tons of health. You know, the fact now that Nurgle's, like, you know, like Kugat's faction, Nurgle in specific, can also now get Chaos troops, Chaos warriors, you know, makes their roster a little bit better. They're arguably the best. We can't win that, and I don't care. You can have it. Nurgle is arguably the best at being able to defend their settlements, other than Slaanesh. You know, with just the tower capabilities. So, like, for me, the reason I think I enjoy it the most is because it's sort of like Vampire Counts in a way, where the AI, and you know, even if just someone, if someone was even like just had no idea what Warhammer was, and you know, they go to your army, right, and they look at Teclis, they're like, holy shit, this guy is, you know, decent, you know, he's got some pretty good stats, and then you go look at a Nurgling unit that is just fucking terrible. But then when you get on the actual battle map, and that's why you do have to fight a lot of those manually, you know, because the auto-resolve doesn't value those armies as much. But you get into the battle, and you can just absolutely obliterate armies that, you know, you should have no right in defeating. But everything just works well together with the Lord, the units, the debuffs, the healing, the loads of HP, like all that stuff adds up really quickly. People say that Nurgle is weak mainly because the plagues are weak. Like melee attack -4 or some shit. I think some of the plagues are really bad, but other ones are super freaking over, like insane. I'll go over to it really quick. Like once you, the individual plagues again themselves are not the strongest, but it's when you use them. Oh shoot, I'm in a battle right here. I won't be able to. Oh yeah, I will, because I just won't save it. Duh, I won't save it. Nurgle towers take out like half a unit of my infantry in one shot. They're annoying. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, like it's insane how like 7 or 8 units of Nurgle can take out a full stack of like Kislev. You know, just with depending on the settlement type that is. Just is the game gonna crash on me? Just because of the towers and good placement and good defending kind of thing, right? But I just think a lot of it ends up being, it's not like a mechanic that is just gonna, make your army super overpowered. You can't say that a faction is powerful just because of strong towers. No, that's not what I'm saying either. It's everything that works together makes them powerful. Like, individually, each thing is not that great. But you put them all together, it's just like, instead of just having, like, I don't know, just having, like, 5, like the number 5, right? Like, 5 is obviously better than 1. But when you have, like, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and et cetera, it keeps going down the line, obviously it's going to be greater than 5 kind of thing. It's a very bad analogy. But, it still kind of makes sense if you don't think about it, Like, you got to have the Lord, you got to have the units, in terms of a siege, you got to have the Lord, or the units, got to have the towers, got to have a good, just a good understand. Plus, you also have to understand how the faction works, like, people, if someone really loves Scarbrand or Kairos, Singe's faction, right? They love how aggressive you can be. You love the magic. You love all that. And then you try and play you can't use those tactics as you play with those factions as you do with Nurgle. You just can't. You just got to play into a faction's strength kind of thing. I'll just get through the intern and go through them. Because some of the plagues are really bad, for sure. They're not worth, one provides negative 10% weapon damage. Who cares? One of them's not bad. It's 10 range and 20% ammunition or something like that, or accuracy. Depending on what you're going up against, that's nice. It just depends. But it's just it's a faction that you have to use every little bit of it to make it work well. With that and just the general play style, I think it turns off a lot of people. That's fine. But I just got this guy this morning. I mean, these are basically his base stats. I haven't put anything into his melee. He can still get a Mortis engine plus extra health. He can buff an area with melee. He can debuff the area with, weapon damage. Not that much, but, whatever. He can get life leeching, arcane conduit. He's pretty fucking good for a lord. But the plague, some of the plagues are really bad. Like control. Who gives a fuck about control, local recruitment capacity, whatever. But some of the actual recipes themselves, once you unlock a bunch of these, are really freaking good. Getting money every time a plague spread, which later on in a Nurgle campaign, your plagues are spreading without you really having to ever do anything. So that's just easy freaking money. You can get Summon from Beyond, you can get that ability, you can get more infections. But the physical resistance for Nurgle armies, that's up to 40% physical resistance for all your units that are, assuming you have demon units. Spell resistance is meh, but the income from sacking and looting a settlement plus 100%, that's really handy if your needs for some easy money. That's really handy. Sacking and occupying it is really nice. For punishment rate, there are some that are really bad, don't get me wrong. Like armor, 40%. Who gives a fuck? Vanguard deployment isn't bad, but Nurgle corruption is bad. Who cares? As Nurgle, you spread Nurgle corruption easily. Armor's not that big of a deal. Attrition, AI rarely suffers attrition. Attrition under siege. But a lot of people just shit on their units too. I get it. I do. I get it that it's not going to be everybody's favorite, but I personally don't like Tomb Kings because I think they're very, Nurgle is a very slow, very, turtley faction like the dwarves. Tomb Kings are just They're just not for me. They're not. I'm not saying they're turtley or defensive by any means, but I like being able to make money and build things, and the fact that they don't, it's just not for me. And I mean, even look at I remember watching like Legends campaign of Cetra's campaign early on, which I'm not saying he wouldn't have been able to wouldn't have been able to have a successful campaign without it. But, you know, a lot of people love Tomb Kings right now because you can get infinite ammunition on your Casket of Souls, which, you know, again, this morning, that was the only reason why I was enjoying that campaign this morning, was because I could go into any siege and take 30, 40 minutes doing it because I would never run out of ammunition with the Casket of Soul that I had. But other than that, it was just, I don't know, I just, you know, it's just not for me. Nurgle's just gross. I wouldn't want to play as them. Yeah, zooming in on a Nurgle campaign can be quite interesting. Seeing them literally shit on units and kill them. Alright, we can all agree that Bretonnia is the fucking worst. Oh, yeah. I do not like Bretonnia. For multiple reasons. Multiple reasons. I think they're just boring. You know, and I get that. Again, it all depends on the person. But for me personally, I don't want to have to micromanage every single battle, because sometimes I like looking back and just watching a fight progress. You know what I mean? I like being able to kind of step back and actually enjoy a battle. You can't do that with Bretonnia, because what units are you going to be using? Cavalry units. What do you have to do with those types of units? You have to micromanage them all the fucking time. You know, it's not something you can just not do and have a successful battle, right? Not that you have to do it with Bretonnia, but I guarantee you, every person that says they love Bretonnia does the free knights cheese, an exploit that you can do. I don't even consider that a cheese. That's just a straight up exploit. Like that. Just I don't enjoy shit like that. Where, you know, like, their economy is good to begin with, but then they're like, oh yeah, it's really good. You can get free, you know, essentially free units. I was like, yeah, who gives a fuck? Like, is that something that you actually had to work for? Or is this something that the game didn't intend, you know? Like, some things, you know, whatever. But that, like, the free unit thing is just too far, in my opinion. You know, again, not that you have to do that with Bretonnia to have a successful campaign, but I guarantee you, almost every person that has sent in a disaster battle to, like, Legend, or says, like, they're really fun, like, whatever, is because they're using the that exploit in the game. Which, you know, do what you want. I don't care. But having to, you know, that the same thing with, like, Eltharian's campaign, saying Eltharian is the richest, you know, like yeah, he's the richest if you exploit the game to the point where it's not even necessary. Like, even in Warhammer 2, you did not need to have, you know, whatever, regardless of what your economy was saying, but if you're doing the interrogation exploit, you never needed to make, you know, 500 million gold a turn to have a successful campaign. Could you do it? Was it funny? Yeah, it was funny once, you know. But, like, once you've done that, you never need to do that again, because, you know, who gives a fuck? You know, it's the same thing with Bretonnia. Once you've done the free knight thing, like, okay, it's done, it's over with. It, you know, like, I wouldn't want to play that faction again. You know, if I, are you kidding me? Whatever. It's why I rarely ever played the vampire accounts in Warhammer 2. I enjoyed watching, you know, other people stream it and play it, but me personally, I hated it, because what did every streamer do in Warhammer 2? Skelly spam. Didn't matter who you were playing as, you did the Skelly spamming. you know, and it's funny now, even in, shit, I got a lot of dog hair on my desk. It was funny to listen to some people like today. I was in Legends stream quite a bit today, just kind of lurking. And it was hilarious how many people were having a tiz over the fact that, you know, granted it was turn 11, but that he wasn't going full, you know, they're like, oh, what are you going to do now that you can't skelly spam? Like, aren't the vampire accounts just absolutely garbage? I was like, did you guys really, thoroughly enjoy, you know, going through Vlad in Warhammer 2, Vlad, Isabella, Heinrich Kemmler, Gorse, all those guys, and seeing the exact same campaign, just with a different legendary lord in them? Because I didn't. You know, I'm glad that they got rid of the free skeleton shit, because it makes campaigns like that extremely boring, and there's no replayability in my opinion. Because what do most people do with Bretonnia? No matter who they're playing as, what do they do with Bretonnia? They do the free night exploit. Like, if you just do that in all of your campaigns, same thing along the lines with if you just skelly spam every single time in your vampire account campaigns in Warhammer 2, then what's the difference? You know, like, so I don't know. Like, I get that some people love doing that, you know, just love cheesing the game and love doing it to that extreme every single time. But I just highly doubt that the majority of people want to do the exact same thing in every single campaign within the same faction. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that is not what people actually enjoy doing. Now they zombie spam. Yeah. And, like, you know, if people are going to zombie spam, that's fine. You know, again, play how you want. But, like, it just baffles me when people, you know, have a mental breakdown when they can't, you know, when they can't cheese the game to that point. It's like, and the thing is with zombies, with vampire accounts now, you don't need to do that shit. Like, they make, I mean, check out the Manfred campaign I've done recently on the channel. I had no money issues the whole time, and using Graveguard, zombies, skeleton units, like, it didn't matter. Like, I was never hurting for money. I never really struggled in a battle. Like, it was okay. And people are just like, oh, what are you gonna do? They got rid of free skeletons. Vampire accounts are now unplayable. Like, it just never made sense to me how people enjoy doing that. And it makes me laugh when they still, you know, when they were just giving Legend a hard time today why he wasn't skelly spamming. And it's like, it's just remarkable. I believe Legend stream chat was too cringy and he was getting upset, complaining all the fucking time. Which, I'm not going to speak for him by any means, but dealing with a lot, like, the same things, like, I literally was just saying, how people would ask him those kind of questions. Like, after a while, it would piss me off. So I can't fault him for getting pissed off at people for doing shit like that. But it's funny because those same people, kind of like earlier, or in the past where I've talked about, you know, people that want him to do, like, these weird, crazy, just extreme, like campaigns. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, that sounds awful. That does not sound fun. And they're like, they basically call him out being a pussy. Like, oh, well, you don't want to do it because you can't handle it. And then he'll do it once just to shut them up, and he won't enjoy it. And then they'll complain that he cut it short, or that or, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, people just weren't enjoying the stream, so I canceled it. And he's like, no, you know, they'll give him shit like, no, you couldn't do it, and that's why you quit it. It's like, nope. You need better quality video. You got major lag on battle. Yep, I I get that. We're also going up against Skaven. Believe me, if I could fix it, I would. But yeah, I'm currently at 60 FPS. I have no dropped frames. So maybe it's your computer, not mine. I know it has issues at various times, but
We will obey.
Orders received.
alright, let's bomb them.
The most potent spells.
But believe me, if I could upgrade my PC, I would. But unless you got, you know, with everything I want to upgrade,
Sends me.
if I wanted, if I had like 2 or 3 extra grand laying around to upgrade everything I need for my PC, I would. Believe me. But you know,
It will be done.
I'm not rolling in that kind of dough at the moment.
Eagle claw.
Seems fine for the most time. Sometimes it gets low quality, but usually fine. Yeah, it's you know, I've stuff dumbed down as much as I can.
Asa, attack.
Without totally ruining the stream quality.
Advance.
Disciple of Hoel.
I know it's not perfect, but I'm, you know. Alright. These menace blows just do not want to, like, fuck off. How many fucking menace blows do they have?
Archers. Understood. Without fail. As you say. Apace.
Understood. For duty.
Good.
Magics unleashed.
But yeah, I'm just, like, it comes and goes. Tell you what, I can. There. That might be able to help a little bit. But yeah, seriously, that's like their 6th or 7th menace below.
Assyrians fire.
Don't use the dwellers below on that shit.
Archers.
Alright.
For duty. We go. For duty.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I was thinking the same question when you use menace. Yeah, that's very true. That's a good point.
Archers.
Alright, you've taken way too much damage. Get you out.
For the Ever Queen. We will obey. Forward.
Usually I have a menace below followed up with, or
Summon the
a warp bomb following up with mine.
We will obey. It shall be done.
Alright, let's see. We still got quite a few units.
Following orders.
Blow that up. Alright,
Acknowledge.
shoot the night runners.
Without
You can
question.
shoot them.
It shall be done. Archers, as you say.
Good.
Setting forth.
Observe my radiance.
How are you getting killed by clan rats? Oh my god.
Asa, advance. We away.
Orders.
It will be done.
Alright, go into a single shot and see if that's better against
Understood.
the towers.
As you say. Orders received.
There.
Asa, attack.
Alright.
Archers.
Spellcaster supreme.
For off-one.
It shall be done.
Archers. Urifer.
Give herself a heal. There we go.
Understood. Quickly.
I think that's the army losses finally. Good. And we'll be able to heal. It's better than a, what was it, like a close defeat or something. Good. Yeah, I noticed too. He confirmed that he's. I know Warhammer 3 has been iffy on a lot of streamers, but I for one will be. It'll just be different when he's done streaming at the end of the year. You know, I don't think a lot of people realize the magnitude that he's changed. You know, not only streaming, but like in the Total War community in terms of streaming, but just Total War games in general, how much of an impact he's had. He will ascend to godhood, basically. You know, I think at first, people on various sources, are going to be like, just give him a hard time, like, oh, you can't hang or whatever. And then, give it a little time, especially after potentially some DLC come out. I mean, look at Warhammer 3 when it first came out. Despite him not being able to tell us, his true thoughts on it, look how many people he had at that Demon Prince stream. If you were there, I was there. He had like 14,000 people watching him. Like that's even in Warhammer, even in Warhammer 2, when DLCs would come out. I've never seen anyone have as many views and concurrent viewers as he gets. And even people that may not like watch him a lot, him not being there, like some people may only come to watch, him stream when big stuff comes out like that. Who knows? I don't know. But I think it's going to be quite a shock to the community when he's just gone, as much as it'll, potentially open up opportunities for myself and other streamers to potentially, I think for a while anyway, it's going to be a big shock to the streaming community, the streaming Total War community, the Total War community itself, adjusting to, no more Legend. Depending on where you are in the day, for me it's in the morning, but it's just going to be different. So no more. I mean, again, like it. From his perspective, if you were being asked the same questions every day, and because the thing is, Warhammer 3 is the different. At the end of the day, it is going to be a different game than Warhammer 2. It may not be. Some things may be exactly the same in Warhammer 2 as it is in Warhammer 3. Like, some things are definitely changed between Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 3. Some things have been left the same right now. Some things may stay being left alone as they are. Some things may be changed. And, it's a different game. It's not going to be the same, I, for one, am glad I didn't spend $60 on a game that is titled Warhammer 3 and is essentially a Warhammer 2 remaster, Like, I'm happy in that regard that it actually is a different game. Now, with that being said, some of the changes they have made and seem to be continuing to make, I also don't agree with. And I hope that they actually change things back. So, I mean, from their angle, like, if they want to, they're going to do what they, if they're going to do what they want, obviously, no matter what they do, them being who they are at the end of the day. But thinking about it from the other end, like, I think they seriously need to step back and look and realize, like, okay, Legend of Total War has announced that he's retiring at the end of the year because he's just not enjoying Warhammer 3 as much as he thought he would. His expectations are really down low. He, a 440, almost like 450,000 subscriber streamer is just not even a year into the release of, you know, this whole like coming together saga, you know, he's like, nope, fuck this game, I'm out. And then another good streamer that, you know, is has been MIA for a while now because she hasn't been enjoying the streams or the content is Dame Offensive. Dame's a great content creator, and we haven't, you know, seen her for a long time because she hasn't been enjoying content creation. It may be Warhammer 3. I don't know. I have not asked. I just know she's not streaming. You know, so like. At the same time, is like, yes, the, you know, Creative Assembly can do whatever they want with the game. At the same time, like, if they just keep, you know, driving people away, like big time streamers, like they drive the bigger name streamers away. More people are going to leave Total War because their favorite streamers aren't streaming those games anymore, and then they're just going to abandon Warhammer 3 and go on to the next shit title that they're going to crank out, and just keep abandoning games, and then pretty soon. You know, they're not going to even have a Total War community anymore because all they do is keep cranking out shit game after shit game kind of thing, you know what I mean? So I hope they are actually genuinely taking in
They will suffer the might of suffering.
serious feedback from people. You know, just because they say that they're listening to feedback in their blog post or whatever, you know, I hope they genuinely mean that, and that they're not just bullshitting people. Because if they just continuously, you know, keep basically saying like, oh yeah, we're listening to feedback, but we think this is better kind of attitude, they're gonna lose a lot more people. Then I think they are going to be comfortable with losing.
Teclis, High Lawmaster.
Alright, anyway, let's see.
My infinite knowledge is yours.
How many settlements does he have left? 1? 3. That and the star. This one and the Star Tower. Okay. Well, this. How many do they have? Yeah, they have 6. Okay. Crushing defeat.
The winds of magic.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Because I guarantee you, we won't get a heroic victory out of it.
Your word is my command.
Just stay. Actually, generate some magic, and
Foolish, stupid.
he'll run away.
Tower.
I don't know what I want to do with him yet. He can stay there.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Let's fight this siege here quick, and then we'll fight Volkmar with the other army as well. Oh, Odin's barking. I did turn down the bitrate, so hopefully it's a little better in terms of the actual fight here itself for you guys. But once it actually loads, I gotta use the restroom anyway, and I need to get some water. My mouth is getting very dry. So I'm gonna go help my wife deal with Odin here a little bit, and then get some water and use the restroom. But once it finishes loading here, because right here it optimizes very badly right at this stage of a loading screen, and I don't want to make the game crash. But I will be right back, guys. So just one moment, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, guys. Thanks for being patient. He just needed to use the bathroom, and he wants to play outside. It's getting very, very chilly up here in Alaska, though. But yeah, we played with him outside for a while, quite a few times yesterday. And we got this like red ball that he really enjoys, just running with. And so he like used the bathroom and then just immediately started. He found the ball and wanted to play again, but you know, which we'll play with him later. But right now, we just got some streaming to do, and my wife's watching the Chiefs game. All right, but yeah, having a few frame issues now. All right. But I will do my best to try and keep the streams in a better quality. But again, I just it's not that I don't want to upgrade my computer. It's just I just don't have the financial means to do so. It's replacing computer parts are not cheap, unfortunately. Especially since it's not a like full-time job for me. You know, I got a lot of other expenses to worry about. And the computer. That's the it's so the issue it's my computer. Alaska problems. It's a combination of one, I'm in Alaska, but also I have a very bad bottleneck issue with my computer. My processor is fine, graphics card is fine, but my video memory is absolutely terrible. And so it just I'm able to process things in a efficient manner, but my video, that's why a lot of my like video memory or my video graphics are downgraded. Same thing, you know, with the video quality. Everything's downgraded because my computer can't. It basically just makes the video memory card work too much because it can't handle it. You know, and our internet, like we pay a pretty penny for the quality of internet that we have. But yes, we are in Alaska, so it definitely does affect it quite a bit. So it's a combination of that with being in Alaska, where, you know, it's definitely not ideal streaming conditions. And in order to upgrade my video memory card, I also need to upgrade my processor and my graphics card. So, you know, I'm looking at least, you know, $750, you know, at least, just between those three pieces, not to mention other things I may have to update or get because of those pieces that I want or, you know, need to upgrade the system. So, you know, and I found out on Friday that I have probably close to $1,000 in truck part repairs, because some things on my my axles, my front axle of my truck is just needs replaced. It's not the axle itself, fortunately, yet, but you know, it's just I got a lot of expenses everywhere, and in other places I need to worry about before upgrading my computer for video games. So I would like to, though. Do know that it is something I would very much like to improve, is my streaming quality itself, because obviously it plays a big role in people sticking around if they're checking out your stream for the first time. Welcome, Timothy. If it's been a while, it might be worth pulling the graphics card out and blowing all the dust off. Yeah, that might be a good idea as well, which I did it not too long ago. But yeah, I probably need to clean out my whole tower again. It wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Very nice. It's just garbage, but still. It's garbage that needs to get killed.
Summon the winds. I will not
So they
tarry.
couldn't have used all their men's belows yet.
To the fray!
But yeah, I appreciate you being here, Timothy.
Failure is impossible.
I mean, everyone for that matter. Appreciate you guys being here today.
It is my destination.
I put foam AC filters all over the intake fans of my PC, so no dust. Yeah, among dust, our dog Cash sheds like it's his fucking job. So it, you know, we vacuum him out. We actually got like an actual dog vacuum and comb him out like 2-3 times a week. And then we also vacuum our house in general twice a week from all the dog hair he fucking generates. So when we reorganized like where my computer is now. We reorganized not too long ago, probably a little over a month ago, maybe a month and a half, and had to, you know, unplug my computer setup, monitor setup, and everything. And I was like, well, since it's apart, I might as well clean it. And oh my god, it was in dire need of a rescue. I have 2 cats with the same problem, hair everywhere. Yeah, it doesn't take long for it to generate a lot of hair. Love the dog, but goddamn.
The winds flow through me.
All right.
I sally forth.
Are they out of menace belows? I think they are.
It will be done.
Let's bring some of these guys up.
Apace!
Behold my hour.
Very nice.
Assyrian sends me.
Don't mind. I really like the Lothran Sea Guard. I think with shields would obviously be even better. But even the basic Lothran Sea Guard, you know, for the 15 range, which, you know, all things considered, the bonuses in weapon strength and anti-large and just basic melee defense, I think make up for it.
Spellcaster supreme. Observe my radiance.
But yeah, it wouldn't be the worst idea to, now that you mention it, to clean it out. I do have like a pad that goes on the top of my fans on my monitor, but it's I just need to unplug it and like actually clean out the inside of it.
Archers!
I pretty much always use shielded Sea Guard instead of Silverian. Yeah, because you could, you know, when it comes down to it, you know, you could just use the Lothran Sea Guard as a front line as well. But don't, these Silverian Guard, they get magical attack now too, right?
Summon the wind.
I think they had it in Warhammer 2, but I mean, I never used melee in Warhammer 2, so I never recruited them, so I don't really know.
Archers! Orders received.
But yeah, I don't know, after today, I don't know who I want to play as. I might try out more greenskin factions. I like Skarsnik's campaign. I might do a Norskin campaign though and just see if I enjoy them now as well. Just not sure.
Acknowledged. Asa, attack!
Being able to shoot is good if they did. I never noticed it. Oh, the Lothran Sea Guard you mean? Yeah.
They tremble before our power.
I still would, for some factions, you know, like even High Elves,
We
at the moment, there are some factions where I don't think a balanced build is the smartest thing you could do with them. I still think doing single entities with missile units for High Elves is still probably the way to go, in terms of cost effectiveness. But factions, I tell you what, a faction I really enjoy and just want to play again just to see how they play in Warhammer 3 is Cathay. Cathay, obviously, with their Harmony system, greatly benefits from having balanced built armies. But yeah, they're definitely a faction I want to give another another playthrough. Need to put another point in this to make it cheaper. I feel like they got rid of some of the splash damage those used to do, the artillery used to do. Could be wrong, but not a bad cast. Just feel like it's missing a little kick. You know, like the knockback ability, or you know, something is just not quite right with them anymore. What do they have for balance of power left? The Night Runners, for sure, and the Storm Vermin are gonna be the big ones. I haven't seen Hellstorm Rocket Batteries in Warhammer 3 yet. I hope they... I would imagine they are, considering they took, you know, the Hellstorm Rocket Battery and gave it, you know... Oh, shit. And they gave it to, Cathay. I don't, you know... It wouldn't make sense that they basically gave Cathay the Hellstorm Rocket Batteries, but then nerf the Empire Hellstorm Rocket Batteries itself. So I think they'd still be okay. I have no desire. Like I've never been a big Empire. I've never understood everybody's infatuation with Karl Franz. He's a basic bitch ass generic legendary lord.
Acknowledged.
You know, like he doesn't do anything crazy. You know, his faction mechanics are better than his like lord abilities. And everyone just fucking drools over that guy, and I could not understand why people think him and in general the Empire are so amazing. You know, I don't know. Again, more power to you if you're one of those people, but I just don't see it. With all the races you can play in Warhammer. Picking a basic human race to be your favorite, you know, whatever, you know. Being the generic hero is kind of his thing, though. But that's my point, though. With all the like cool additions that they've put into Warhammer, you want just a basic, you know, like Rome Total War Lord that, you know, provides some basic leadership, Like hell no, you know, give me like Ikeclaw, man. You know, give me someone that is just doing some crazy ass shit that he shouldn't be able to do. Teclis, you know, shit like that. Gelt's fine. I have no problem with Gelt. You know, he's a good legendary lord. He's a okay, very minimal okay fighter. But obviously he can cast shit tons of magic, you know? What's Karl do? I can not even summon the electric counts anymore because my mechanic is fucked.
Observe my radiance.
But it just fucking... It makes me laugh how much of a boner people get for Karl Franz. It just... I don't understand it.
Orders received. Archers.
He hits things with a hammer and rides a griffin. Right, like, you know, again, the Empire, it's a very basic, very general, you know, somewhat strong faction. You know, they got missiles, they got guns, they got good artillery. You know, they're okay. You know, it's okay, but it's not like a game-breaking faction. But man, if you know, I think memes are one thing, but for it to like drive consumer interest, even though compared to like other factions, it's a very dull faction to play. Just, it's not that it's a bad thing. It just, I don't understand it. Is my thing, you know. You know, like comparing it to Ikeclaw, right? Hey, this faction has rats, it has mortars, has a weapons team. It can drop a fucking nuke on your enemy. But would you rather play that or a guy who just says summon the elector counts that uses humans, you know, for their, you know, and it's just your basic, you know, medieval, or I shouldn't say medieval, but, you know, just your basic, kind of like lord, armies, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, give me that. You know, I feel like the Empire is a race that, you know, with how much like nerfing they've been, like Creative Assembly's been doing, that's how they want the factions to play as. Just a very bare-boned, very basic bitch-ass races. But again, hey, I have no problem with the Empire. I think they're good in their own ways, but compared to others, they're just lacking a little bit, that's all. Some people just don't want to play the bad guys. Yeah, and I get, yeah. I mean, shit, I was like, oh god. I wish I was like, recording videos when I did my first ever, High Elf campaign. You guys would have fucking laughed at me of how I played. Like, I was coming from like Rome Total War, Medieval 2 Total War, Lord of the Rings, like Divide and Conquer, where, you know, it's kind of like the world against the bad guys, right? Hey, Crothra, welcome to the stream. You know, it's like the good races versus the bad races, right? And, oh man, I was allying with I was playing as Tyrion. I was allying with every, like, elf race I could, allying with, you know, dwarves and men, and I couldn't understand why they were going to war with each other. I just could not process what was going on. And then I started like watching more streams of people, and I was like, oh, this game is not like a, you know, for the player, for the AI it is, but it is not a good versus evil kind of setup, you know, where no matter what, it's just good versus evil. Like, it drastically depends on what happens in a campaign. Aiden says, I've still never played this game in campaign. Always have loved them in every media form. And I totally get that. It's not for... I will say, I like them a lot more in Warhammer 2 than Warhammer 3. They're still really good. But there's just less... you know, being like a Skaven in general, like, you would think that they'd be able to do some very deceitful things, even if you're not playing as Clan Eshin. But you just can't. You know, they got rid of quite a bit of stuff. So, like, they're still a fun race for me. I still really enjoy them. But, you know, like, I feel like with a race like Skaven that are known for backstabbing, just trickery, just bullshittery, like, the whole 9 yards, should be able to get away with a little more things than they do. But, again, they don't, you know. They're like a lot of the races that just got the basic all-around nerf to things. But, you know, it's fine. They're still fun, in my opinion. I don't mind the food changes. Once you kind of get used to how the food mechanic works now in Warhammer 3, you know, it's not that bad. Like, yes, it's definite changes, but it's not like game-breaking, can never play Skaven again because you run out of food all the time kind of campaign. Alright, they literally only have looks like they got the what am I trying to think? They have the Storm Vermin and like one other unit alive. Clan Rats, Storm Vermin, and one other one, because they got well, a lot of them could be breaking as well. Army losses, there we go. Good shit. Very nice. Crushing defeat. I'm the same way with they look really fun, and I probably enjoy the mechanics, but I've always hated them. Can't get over it. We're talking some immature shit here. I mean, I'm the same way with Tomb Kings. I can't fault you. I tried them in Warhammer 2. I tried them again in Warhammer 3. I mean, I gave them like 30, 40 turns of a playthrough. You know, got the second army going, started rolling around, you know, with the two armies, you know, tag teaming fucking people, and I didn't enjoy it. I just, you know, my computer can't handle. I don't know. I just don't enjoy it. I've never even tried them. This is a hate carried over from tabletop and novels. That's stuff that I don't even have. Because I never did tabletop. I didn't even know that, you know, Warhammer had lore behind it when I started playing it. Full disclosure, the only races I have played: Empire, High Elves, and Warhammer 2, and Castalton, and Realms of Chaos. Mostly because to play other races, I'd have to buy even more DLC. I don't have like a personal link with them. I would look into Instant Gaming, Kreshar. Instant Gaming is, I've gotten all of my DLC through Instant Gaming, and I've never paid full, like going to, you can definitely go to Steam and, you know, still pay full price, but I've never had an issue with a single Steam key from Instant Gaming, and you can always get shit super, super cheap. And the good thing is, if the key they send you doesn't work, or you accidentally bought it in the wrong like country, they refund you your money in like 24 hours. So if you guys haven't, just there's the link to Instant Gaming. It's a really good, just go, you know, if you're playing on PC, go to Steam, you know, and then just type in, you know, whatever your system you're using, you know, and then just type in Warhammer 2, or not Warhammer 2. Well, I guess for the DLCs right now, you do Warhammer 2 DLC, right? So, like, just Googling it now, I got the Shadow and the Blade DLC. A lot of them, though, what I've had to end up doing in the past, whatever DLC you don't have, just go to the Steam page and see what DLC you don't have, and then type in that specific title. Just copy and paste it, but just copy and paste the specific title into the search bar in Instant Gaming, and it'll pop up. I don't know why, but it seems to have searching issues if you just type in like Warhammer 2 DLC, and it doesn't just have a list of all their DLC kind of thing. But anyway, I've seen if you actually are very specific with your wording, it almost finds it instantly. But that's what I would recommend for DLC. I think the most expensive one I've ever got from there was like 10, 11 bucks. And I think that was the Tomb Kings one, which on Steam I think is still like 18 or 20 bucks. So really, a really good bang for your buck kind of deal.
Be prepared, Asor.
How good is he now? 25% ward save. He's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. But tell you what, I'm gonna call it there. I know it's just over 2 hours. But dogs are getting riled up again. I appreciate all the support we had. I mean, all things considered, a pretty good turnout. I appreciate all the support. And we did gain a few subscribers, so I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate your continued support. But we will be starting something new tomorrow morning. I don't know what it'll be yet. If you would like to know ahead of time before tomorrow, I would greatly appreciate the support. But if you want to know ahead of time, you can become a Patreon member for $3 a month. The link to that is in the description of the stream. If not, it'll just be a spur of the moment, bright and early tomorrow morning, and I will let you obviously find out then. But in case you want to know early, that is a way to do it. I usually do it about 12 hours in advance, at least. I try to anyway. But here is a link to Radiant Ash's stream. She is streaming Volkmar, actually, who I'm about to piss pound here. But she's streaming Volkmar. Looks like she started not too long ago. But looks like she started a new campaign as well, playing as Volkmar. So, anyway, thanks for the support today, guys. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you enjoyed this campaign. But again, we'll be starting something new tomorrow. So have a good rest of your weekend, and see you guys bright and early tomorrow.